Hi, this is Raj, your host, Unleashing Talent. Welcome to the Young Talent Career Podcasts. And today we would talk about the value of building knowledge base. For any young talent, it is extremely important to read and have the latest information on the technology that you're working or the subject that you're in, the discipline that you're pursuing as part of your career. And also, whatever is your career goal, whatever passion you have, whatever you want to do in your life as your maybe your short-term goal or your long-term goal, I'm sure you would narrow it down to a particular discipline. Now, it could be your subjects in your college, or it could be your interest area, or it could be your hobby, or it could be your passion, or it could be part of your career, right? So whatever it is extremely important for you to be successful, to develop the right amount of knowledge, adequate amount of knowledge, and also understand clearly what is it that you want to know. So you kind of do a mind mapping, or maybe take your notebook and write down the subject that you're studying and write your strategy in terms of what knowledge you need to acquire and where would you find that knowledge, the book or the research paper and stuff like that. I'm not saying make huge investments. There are book reviews available. There are a lot of information available on the net for you to collect and build that knowledge base. Remember, the more knowledge you have, the more confident you will feel about yourself. Number one. Number two, people would value you when they talk to you and they feel that you have the in-depth knowledge in the subject. So it could be a scenario where you're going for an interview and you have the technical interview lined up, and you have the board talking to you and asking different questions from your subject or from the area of the general studies. And remember, in a moment your face will reflect you have knowledge or you don't have knowledge in that subject. So, well, in case you don't know, you say I don't know, and that's fine. But then it is extremely important for you to have a mindset. I repeat, the mindset of building knowledge base on the subject that you're interested in, on the career track that you're pursuing, on your passion area, whatever you're doing. Number one. Number two is try and read about people who have been successful in that area. Try to also understand what are some of the bottlenecks or roadblocks that you might face in that particular area. I remember the book that influenced me a lot and I got inspired was Alvin Toffler's Future Shock, where he talks about how power shifts to knowledge. It is no more the power in the sword, it is power in the knowledge. The next important thing for you, and this is especially in case you are struggling with the perception or with the situation that you are not let me tell you, you are not going to make it, or you are not going to do it, or you lack resources or stuff like that, or you're not born with silver spoon, I always say. So the knowledge is something that can take you where you want to be, irrespective of the situation that you are in. I look at the catch here. Sometimes people feel that they cannot build knowledge because they don't have resources, and they will give you all kinds of excuses of why they cannot build that knowledge base. They would say they don't have the books, they don't have the resources, they don't have the money, they don't have people, and there are more, have not kind of, explanations than what is it that you can do to build that knowledge. So I want to tell you that you should be very positive, irrespective of the situation that you are. There are many, many people who have had no resources, who have had no access to the knowledge, and they still build it. And I know a lot of my friends who are now at very senior positions in the corporate, and they come from a very small family, but they were very, very focused. So build your knowledge. That's very important. People would value, and through knowledge you can build your credibility. Now it's very important for you to build directional knowledge base. There are a lot of things available, and if you in one of the podcasts I would talk about the formal, informal, and non-formal learning. But I would say that please plan your learning. Please plan what knowledge you want to acquire, why you want to acquire that knowledge, how that knowledge would help you. And if you have answers to these three questions, your knowledge base will continue to build. You know what? When you build knowledge in a particular area and you consistently continue to develop your knowledge base, the time comes when you become expert. You become different from others. You become kind of SME in that subject. People come to you for advice. People come to you for your suggestions, and for you to share your knowledge, and that takes time. So I would maybe suggest that for building knowledge base, you should have a short-term plan to focus and build knowledge on whatever you are studying or doing, and you should have a long-term plan to focus on acquiring knowledge for your long-term career goals. So I hope these are a few tips that I thought could be helpful for you in terms of building your knowledge base. Thanks a lot for listening to me. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm signing off now. This is Suraj. Thanks a lot. Take care.